Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to my Scroll Saw Workshop. Out in the shop tonight to put together a little wooden puzzle project for you guys. This is not a puzzle that I came up with myself. It's one I saw on the internet and I liked it really well, so I thought I'd build one for myself and share it with you guys also. Now I'm going to do something a little different tonight, and that is that to build this puzzle we're not going to use the scroll saw. I've never done that here at the Scroll Saw Workshop before, but I like this puzzle pretty well, and everybody else seems to like these little wooden puzzles, so I thought we'd go ahead and throw this one together. So with that, I'm going to scroll in on this puzzle and give you an idea of what we're going to build tonight. Here's a little puzzle we're going to be working on tonight. It's a two-piece puzzle, and it's basically built as a cross. And as you can see here, you can't pull the cross apart. And once I take it apart and show you the pieces, you'll get a better idea of exactly how it works. But the ideal is to give this to someone. You can even show them how you're putting it together, and they still won't be able to get it apart. So I'm going to take it apart here and show you the pieces. Here's the two pieces of the puzzle separated, and you can see that they're basically put together as a cross with a little half, what I call a half-lip joint here. And if you look real closely here, if I move this apart, you'll see that there's little dowel pins that come out between these two pieces. And those dowel pins, when you put the two pieces together, go into this little hole that's drilled into the side right here. So when you go to put it together, you get the dowels pushed back in their holes, and you slide it together like this, and then when you shake it up, there's always at least one dowel rod inside the hole that prevents you from taking it apart. So no matter which way you turn it, there's always going to be one dowel rod slide down into one of those holes and hold it together. And there's only one solution to this puzzle other than breaking it apart, and I'll show you that in the next video. But right now, I'm going to show you the individual pieces and how to put them together. Okay, you're going to need some 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch stock, and you're going to make two of each of these pieces that I'm going to show you. This piece is 3.5 inches long. The two shorter pieces are 1.5 inches long, and they will be glued to the longer piece like this to form 1/2 of the piece of puzzle. Now before you do that, you've got to drill holes in these 1.5 inch pieces to accept the dowel rod. Now the dowel rod is cut to, and I'm going to zoom in here real good so you can see the dowel better. The length of the dowel rod is going to be 5/8 of an inch long, and if you can see here that I've tapered the tip down, and the tip is tapered to allow it to slide in and out of the two holes easier, so it'll slide and hold the pieces together. So you're going to need 4 of these. In each one of these 1.5 inch pieces, you're going to find a center point on the end, and I used a center finding jig that I used from my lathe, but just however you want to find your center point, use a ruler and lay across here, but be as accurate as you can. Once you get the center point of all 4 of these pieces, you're going to put it on your drill press and drill a hole that is about 1/16 of an inch deeper than the length of the dowel rod you use. Now you can experiment with the lengths of these dowel rods a little bit, but you want to be pretty accurate, or you know the person trying to solve the puzzle might be able to pull it apart. So you might have to experiment with this a little bit. But you're going to get all 4 of those pieces drilled, okay? Once you do, you're going to insert the dowel rod in each one of them and then glue them to your longer piece like this. Now one way to make sure you get this gap right is take a scrap piece of the same material, put it on there, and then glue these pieces on and make sure this stays, you know, free enough that you'll be able to get the other piece into it. So you're going to glue all that up and let it dry. Once you get the piece all glued together like this and you've got your dowels inserted here, then you're going to take it back over to the drill press and you're going to drill another hole in the longer piece of the puzzle, centered to where when you put the two pieces together, the dowel rod will slide into this hole. Now the dowel is 1/4 inch diameter. So all these holes you drill, you want to drill large enough that those dowels will slide in and out easily. In this case, I used a 9/32 inch drill bit to drill all the holes. So once you get these pieces all put together, then of course you have both pieces, and they both have dowels on each side. And again, when you slide them together, the dowel rods are all back so you can put it together. But as you shake it up, there'll be at least one dowel inside one of the holes at all time. So the person trying to solve the puzzle won't be able to get it apart. Now, I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to do the solution in this video. I'm going to do that in a separate video, and I'll post it separately. So you can go ahead and build this puzzle from the plans I'm going to give you and try to solve it yourself, and then come back and watch the solution video later, or you can watch it and then just let other people try to solve it. Hope you like this puzzle. I'm Steve Good. We'll see you next time here at the Scroll Saw Workshop.